Alright, hello everyone, my name is Xenia Shadow, and again, you're looking at this exactly because, well, I'm tired. Another tiring day. Now, today, I just want to say that... today I want to say that is, I hanged out with David all day. Oh, by the way, this is actually, I'm actually recording this tomorrow, which would be today's vlog, which I forgot to do again. At least I'm trying to catch up with you guys. At least I'm not trying to, like, forget, but it's becoming like an actual habit, which is a good thing. But anyways, for the rest of the day, I spent hanging out with David the whole entire time. But the thing is, for maybe about an hour, maybe a little bit less, we could not decide what to do. I mean, we did decide on one thing, but just because I randomly pointed out a game and just went with it, I randomly pointed out the game on the, well, on the shelf, and I pointed at probably exactly right there. I probably can't see it from that far, but I pointed at the game Rugrats Royal Ransom. Well, that's a game I picked up probably before Valerie was even born. So 2 years ago, I picked up the game 2 years ago and never played it. Well, I played it once to see if it worked, but I mean, that was it. Today, we decided to play it because I pointed randomly at it. And I did tell him it's on the box, 2-player, and he even saw it himself. It's did simultaneously, but we find out that the game had no multiplayer, like, co-op, so, okay, we thought maybe it was like, okay, maybe it's 2-player versus or something like that. It's like, what can it possibly do? We don't know because we have to buy mini games for the 2-player part for the main game of Rugrats Royal Ransom, which I played a bit of, maybe like one entire level, and it was like some building a snowman level or something like that. And I played as Kimmy from you know, Rugrats, the little Asian girl that's somehow in France, or I don't know. I played as her for some reason, because she was the first person I could play as, and I just stuck with it. So I played with her, and while we were done, and then we're still trying to figure out how to do the 2-player thing, I forgot to save the game. So, I have to do that again, eventually, in the future. In a way, I do want to play in a way, because it was actually pretty fun for what it was, but not the best thing in the world, but it was pretty good for what it was. I remember picking up the game like $3 about, 3 or 4. I'm going to go with 3, because it's been between 2 and 4, so it feels about right. It was less than 5, I know that for a fact. So yeah. For the rest of the time, we could not decide at all. And, I mean, it was really hard to decide on anything to do. I was really trying really hard, but in all the games I own are racers, fighters, and that's about it. I mean, I do have, like, Mario parties, but if me and David already Let's Played 2 of them, and we're currently doing one, we kind of don't want to play Mario Party. And that's just kind of hard, because I don't have really many games that's probably co-op, like, adventure-wise or something like that. Like, I remember me and David used to play Ratchet Deadlock for the PS2, and that was co-op. I mean, we also have Borderlands 2, but me and him playing it online together at, you know, his house and my house, so, you know, I'm here and he's there. So, there's that. And I do have multiplayer shooting games, but the thing is, we already played them all. I already played Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, ODST, Anniversary, Wars, Co-op, all of them. Same with Gears of War. 1, 2, 3, and Judgment. So, I told him like Resident Evil 6. He said no, because he knows I think the game was hard for him, but for me it was a little bit fun. But I'm liking 5 better, but of course. I just tried thinking of some co-op kind of games. I pointed out Mario, but the thing is we beat in those games too. It's just one of those things that you just can't decide what to do because you don't have many second co-op player games that you have never beaten before. I mean, a I got like Donkey Kong Country Returns. I beat that. I got New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Luigi U, and New Super Mario Bros. U, which I beat in 100%. You can't do 2-player for Galaxy or Galaxy 2. I mean, I did just a lot of games we just could not really play because of the 2-player function that we already beat in the game, or we couldn't play because it's racers fighting and or something else. You're probably saying, what's the reason? What's wrong with playing fighting games and racer games? Just the thing is that every time I play with those kind of games with David, is just that he always points out to me the thing that's kind of obvious because it's true, is that I always beat him with the games I own because it's my games. I have experience, owning them, and I do feel kind of bad for Dave because like he's never owned all the games. Like it's not like he wants to own every single game I have. I mean, there's probably a bunch of games he wish he owns like that I do own, but there's just a bunch of games that he's never played or even probably heard of, not even own. I mean, we played Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, and Budokai Tenkaichi, like all 3 of them in the trilogies. For Budokai 1 through 3 and Tenkaichi 1 through 3. We played all of them together, and I beat him because I'm more experienced in those games. He's never played those games. Same with like the Mario Kart games. Same with the Mario. Well, I can't say Mario Party. We all, but we're kind of doing an LP for it. All the fighting games, I'm just kind of good at it because I already knew all the combos, or I just strategize. I don't know. There's just no game that I really know how to play. Like what we both can do. That's kind of new to both of us. Because I mean, I played a little bit of like every game I own. I mean, there's also Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Wheelie Breakers, which I already beat, and we played together before. I actually recorded that on Exceeding Shadow. If you want to go check it out. That's the thing. I beat him on that because he doesn't know the trap cards, magic cards, and monster cards. He doesn't know any of the cards really, other than probably like the main ones, like Stardust Dragon and stuff. But I still beat him with that, even if we were just racing. Same thing with Smash Brothers. Same thing with like Godzilla. Same thing with the F-Zero GX. Even though we haven't played it, but I'm pretty sure he'll probably lose, or I'll probably lose. I don't know. I'm not really skilled on that, but it feels like he'll probably lose because that's what he's going to tell me. Like, we played Pikmin 2 before. That's a thing, too. But, I think it was kind of like a tight thing, but it didn't really, made us, what's the word, entertain that long. But it was pretty good. I mean, I like the multiplayer, too, for Pikmin 2. Which I beat in the game, too, so that's the thing. I have more experience with Pikmin. But David knows how to play Pikmin because he watched the Let's Play on 2 games on Pikmin 1 and 2 by Jay Conroy. I mean, we played maybe all my 2-player games most likely, and no matter what, I'm just gonna be more experienced with him into the games because he's never played the games. All the games I probably just told you right now, he's never owned them. Same with Rayman Origins. I haven't beat Legends, but we should have played that one. God damn it. Why would I think of it now when he left? Fuck. I mean, there was Rayman Legends. Let's go with Origins. We couldn't think about that. So I have so many games in my head, so I'm trying to think. Alright, so there was Rayman Origins. There was, what's another 2-player game? There's a Naruto, Clash of Ninja Revolutions. All those are fighting games, but, same thing. I'm more experienced and just whatever. It's just there's just so many games that it's just kind of hard to tell you that it's just hard to decide what to play because you most likely already played it, you already experienced it, you already know what's going to happen in a second player, which we'll say it's David because it's true. Almost knows nothing about the game other than it's like a specific genre, like a racer, fighting, party, co-op thing. It's just kind of hard to decide. And the only way you can actually experience the game together and have no knowledge whatsoever on both sides for you and your second player is if you get a game that you or him has never played. Or her, I should say, too. So, I mean, I just don't know, because I played all these games before. Maybe I've never beaten all the games before, but I played them at least for a good extent to experience what's happened. Now you're probably saying, but Shadow. No. But Shadow! game, you have to test it out. Like that's the thing with me. I mean, when I get a new game, I automatically have to test it out. I have to see if it works. I mean, I don't know why. Even if it's a brand new game, I have to see if it works. I'm just weird like that. I mean, I have to see if it works. Or if it's like a used game, and, you know, I just bought it or something, I have to see if it works. So, sorry if I'm, like, pointing up here the whole time, but I'm just a little tired. But still, I have to see if it works. It's just a weird thing for me. But anyways, I mean, I wish I had games like Contra or something for the Nintendo Entertainment System, because, like, it'll just be the same with Contra. I'll just beat him on that too. That's just the thing. It's just... Maybe Portal 2, I actually haven't played that really, so... It's like, now I'm thinking of ideas that I can, even when I've got extra time and he's not here, and I feel kind of bad. I mean, there should really be, like, a list, I guess I should say, that... Like, I guess I'm saying is that I should make a list of games I never played, or even touched, really, or remember anything about the scheme of it. I haven't even beaten, and it's co-op, or something like that. I mean, there's Portal 2 and, well, Rayman Legends, but I do have experience with that. Just a couple games, but I can't think of that many. I mean, we were trying to decide, like, I pointed out the Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures. We really wanted to play that. Except the thing is, I remembered that the game was only 2-player compatible if, you both have a Game Boy Advance to Nintendo GameCube cable, which I only have one. And I'm pretty sure it was it. You just needed that, and then no Game Boy game or anything like that. But I might be wrong because of I know there was a 4 Swords game for the Game Boy Advance, so I'm not too sure. So it's confusing. If the only made us with the GameCube controls, we could actually play that. It would be much funner, but still. I mean, there's Half the Dead 2. We remember playing that, but we both suck at the game because, well, it's a point and click shooter thing on the screen, so it's not that hard. Anyways, I spent all day with David just watching a movie and playing really maybe 1 or 2 games, and that was it. We were going to go out to his store because he wanted to go do something paper-wise, and I was just looking around in the store, which... the store we're talking about, sorry, is at the thrift store, which he works at, and I like looking at the section which had all the electronics, so there could be games that's hidden in the, like, you know, aisle, like next to DVDs and stuff, or CDs. There could be, like, hidden games in there that you don't pay attention to. I mean, I sometimes get games like that. It's pretty good. What else? We were going to do that, but we couldn't because it was kind of late. David also wanted to go to the job I'm going to work at, hopefully, on Tuesday. I want to see how that turns out. And there's a little eye that's bothering me right here. Huh, okay. Dollar Tree, because he wanted to get an application himself. But he actually went to Dollar Tree by himself after he was leaving my house, because I just couldn't go with him because I was watching the baby niece, Valerie. And he didn't get the application, and then that's just the same thing that happened to me before. And he told me he had no applications, but then he said, like, oh, hold on. Hold on. Well, look. And then they got one, and I got it, and I filled out, and here I am now. Gonna start work on Tuesday, which I'm really scared. Anyways, that's really it for today. But before we do go, there is 2 last things I want to talk about, and it's not gonna be this long. I'm starting to watch more episodes now of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, the one on Cartoon Network. Currently, right now, hopefully, I don't really know. I don't have cable. The one that premiered in 2010. I'm watching it now, and I mean, I'm liking it more than probably the originals because it actually has a story, which is pretty cool. It's not just some random episode telling you, oh, we got the bad guy. He's a person in a ghost costume or some kind of costume. I mean, it's still that, but like at the end or the beginning of the episodes, they always have some kind of like story kind of thing. And I'm really liking it. And I don't want to spoil it, but it's really good. I mean, I guess I could spoil something that's kind of obvious, like fuck. Fred is like super obsessed with booby traps in this version, I guess. Other than just being in a group of kids while solving mysteries, he's like super obsessed with traps. And then Daphne, well, I guess she's the same, just over obsessing about Fred. Velma actually likes Shaggy, and then Shaggy actually likes Velma, and Scooby is still himself. Same with Shaggy and Scooby, just still like eating and being scared and all that stuff. It still has like its original, thing, but just new twists on it, and it's just a really good story. I didn't start getting to know the plot until maybe episode 20. Like, it started making more sense because they were making more, obvious solutions and ideas and guesses and stuff like that, which I'm really liking. So now I'm like, I don't even know what episode, probably 20 something. So I'm really liking it, and if you're like I don't want to say a diehard Scooby-Doo fan. If you were, you probably already watched them. If you're a Scooby-Doo fan in general and you never seen them, or seen Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, the cartoon show, not the movie or anything like that, I recommend trying it out because you might like it. Yeah, you might think it's like, oh, it's just another reboot. That's why I thought so too, but you'll like it, trust me. Now, the last thing today is that I want to say is that I made Mr. Magna Ragnarok get an account for Backloggery. And it just kind of blew my mind for what games he's actually played. Or should I say beaten. But for his Backloggery, he's adding games that he's only, let's say, played. Let's say I played Minecraft, even though I don't. Let's say I played Minecraft, I put it as beaten, but the thing is I don't own the game. That's what he's doing. So, let's say he has... Okay. Let's say he has none of the games he put on the backloggery list, but he's only put in there because he's put in there for games he's beaten or memory-wise or completed or unfinished or something like that. And I gotta say, he's beaten a lot of games, of course, but I already knew that. But actually seeing it on the list online, which is kind of crazy, it actually shows you what games he's, experienced with. So that's what I like about the site. It shows you what games people have already played or own. There's just one thing I hate about the site is that it doesn't tell you if, oh, I used to own this or I didn't own this. But whatever, To me, I use the site to actually tell everyone what games I do own and what's the status on if I beaten it, completed it, or unfinished it kind of, thing. So that's what it is for that. Yeah. Now, that's it for today, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow because I gotta record tomorrow's vlog, right now after this one. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow, right? Deuces!